All right, time now for the Deep Slant One-on-One presented by Xfinity. Our guest, Whitney Mercilus. Always a pleasure chatting with Big Whit. And how's it going this week, Whitney? I know there's so much has changed since the start of 2020, but how about you personally? How are you heading into week 6?
Yeah, feeling good actually. Especially coming off that win, no question. But always got my head down in the dirt, pretty much just coming in with my hard hat and just making sure we get another win. Focusing on the Tennessee Titans this week, so just getting the body right, just recovering, and just making sure being locked in on the plays and all that they like to do.
Well, you're off to a hot start. You got 3 sacks on the season. You lead the team in sacks right now. I know a few years ago, Romeo Crennel said he wanted to get you back to that 2015 season where you were double digits in sacks. And I mean, not to jinx things, but you're kind of on track for that right now. So what's been the
Yeah.
difference for you in these last few weeks where you've really gotten to pressure the passer?
Just really just I would say getting back, well, just being comfortable in my body. The first couple games and whatnot, especially not having preseason and all that. Instincts coming back as far as what teams like to do on plays and understanding where the plays might lead to, for me to go get the ball or get the quarterback or anything like that. So that's really what it is. And just for me, I'm just patient. I played a long time in this league now, and just that the sacks will come. That those pressures and all that, they'll come eventually. The year I got 12 sacks. Literally, I didn't have a sack for 5 games.
That's right.
So yeah. So I remember that completely. So it's just being patient.
Well, you've been here the whole time Romeo Crennel's been here. He's served so many different roles. He's been defensive coordinator, he's been associate head coach, he's been assistant head coach with emphasis on defense, and now he's serving as interim head coach. So how is he different from how he was when he was defensive coordinator? I know you know Rack so well. What's his vibe like? All the guys have been talking about it, but is there any difference from when he was running defense compared to when he's running the whole team?
Well, I don't think there's really much of a difference. The only difference is now he's overseeing the offense as well too. So he's not really too heavily focused on defense, even though he's a defensive coach. But he comes in every day with the same juice and everything, and gets us all pumped up for practice. He runs his nice little 15 plays that we always watch as a defense. Now we do it as a entire squad team, and so pretty much it's pretty much the same rack.
You know, Deshaun Watson said that Rack is really funny in the team meetings. And he goes, and I don't know if he's trying to be funny, but he just is funny. But I feel like you would be a guy to ask this question to. What makes him so funny in those team
Oh,
meetings?
oh man. So Rack, he's hilarious. He is definitely hilarious. Uh, Sometimes he say things that I don't even think he knows that what he's saying. It's just football terminology. That's it, literally. And then, of course, in a room full of guys, we're always going to take it the wrong way or whatnot. So, and then pretty much he'll call out guys like, what day is today? And, it'll be like one guy, like a guy on offense really hasn't been right. So he doesn't know exactly what he means. And on defense, we actually get kind of confused as well too. So it's always it's funny when you're there.
Well, you've known him so well. How did he change you as a player when he took over on defense? How do you feel like you got better? What did you really learn from him as a defensive coordinator?
I learned a lot as far as not only defensive concepts and understanding like leverage, run forces, understanding where everybody fits in gaps, but also offensive schemes as well too, especially when Vrabel was in the building at one point too. And so I've learned a tremendous deal between Rack, Braves, during that whole tenure and all that. So it really elevated my game to be able to play faster and continue to sustain a long career as well.
Cal McNair said that he really wanted to see the band get back together again, the Rock Boys. I mean, that had to have felt good. You guys came out with quite a few celebrations in that week 6 win, but what about the chemistry that you guys have had? I know it's been a slow start to 2020, but does it feel like it's headed in the right direction?
Oh, for sure. Definitely. Guys are yeah, much closer. I mean, it showed, especially on Sunday, guys just going out there, flying around, having fun, and just celebrating with each other, congratulating each other over making plays. And one of the bright spots was Terrell Adams. And so it was so exciting for everybody for him to go in there when he showed it at practice, but to do it live on Sunday was super, super electrifying, and everybody was super, super happy.
I know it's hard to see Bernard McKinney go down. I mean, he hasn't missed very many games. I think Sunday was his 5th game that he's missed in his entire 6 years here. So with that being said, he goes down. But I feel like Terrell Adams, there are a lot of you guys as the linebackers group, you guys would always joke around with him. He was a fun guy for you guys when we were allowed in the locker room. But, what is he like off the field? What's he like on the field?
So on the field, it's the same guy off the field. He loves to joke around, talk crap, all that, just be a guy. Yeah, he's a guy's guy for sure. And off the field, a great guy, man. He loves to be out in the community, do whatever he can, service-wise for other people as well, too. And, he's a God-fearing man as well, too. So he's awesome.
All right, so you guys are playing the Tennessee Titans. Obviously, you've been watching the news and what's been going on with them with all their positive COVID cases. And here you are headed there on Sunday. But what's it been like this season in 2020, just playing with COVID? I know we've talked in the off season about just all the precautions that you guys have to take. But now that the season is rolling, what's it been like for you? Where do you think you've had to make the biggest sacrifices? I know you're really close to family. You've got family in town. What's all of that been like for you?
Yeah, it's been difficult. I mean, you can't really – so one of the key issues is, of course, being close with family and stuff like that, as everybody else in the locker room has. Some guys' families are in different states and, have decided not to travel as well, too, because they're in COVID hotspots, stuff like that. So it's difficult on that end. I have family here, so not a lot of – I don't want to be around them too much, especially my sister having a baby as well, too. And, coming from the locker room, you just never know, as a lot of COVID positive tests have been flaring up across the league. So, it's mentally straining in that capacity. But then also we go to the locker room, it's hard to have camaraderie outside of the facility because we're banned from, we love to do our position dinners and stuff like that. Can't really do those. They're advising us not to go over each other's houses and stuff like that, to continue and maintain distancing and stuff like that. So it's really tough. I mean, we're handling it pretty well as a team, and we're just adjusting as far as what COVID has forced us to adapt to. So we just got to continue on and just stay strong mentally in that aspect.
All right. So on Sunday, you head to Nashville, where last year, which seems like a million years ago, and it was a regular season with regular games and a regular locker room, you had a really big play. And I often talk about this being what I think was one of the biggest in-season plays of the year, your 86-yard return, just as the Titans were at 1st and goal. And I know you get a lot of flack for not scoring a touchdown on that play. And you've never scored a touchdown on defense. I actually had to look that up because I feel like you've come close a lot of times. But looking back on that game and coming off such a big win when the Titans were red hot this time last year too, what do you hope that you can go out and do on Sunday as you face another red hot team?
Yeah, I've been close a few times, so close yet so far.
You have.
So, it's so annoying. But we're going to blame Zach on that play because he didn't get my block. But come Sunday, I just hope to be as disruptive as can be in the same fashion, whether it's a forced fumble or just live in the backfield all day, shutting down the run, because that's going to be a big thing, especially with Henry running that rock. He's a big dude. Once you let him get rolling, it's tough to stop him. And then we got to take care of Tannehill as well, too. He's throwing some dimes out there, and also he can hurt us by just running the football as well, too. He's a pretty quick dude. So we've got to be able to get up inside the pocket, get in his face, get him off the spot, help our DBs down the stretch, and we've got to be able to be stout up front as well, too. So just want to be disruptive. That's it.
Yeah, if you hadn't recovered that fumble like right at the 5-yard line, if it was just further down the field, it would have been a touchdown. You would have run 86 yards.
Oh, completely. Now, Malays did tap out about the 45 and 50.
I mean, who wouldn't run out of steam? You were going full speed for 86 yards. Do you ever go back to stadiums where you had big plays? And do players do this where you remember like a spot of a play that really stood out to you, or the last time I was here, I made this play? Or does that only happen at the college level?
There's definitely players that, they think about it all the time. Like once they end up back in the stadium or something like that, it's like, man, I had a few good plays here, happened down on the 2-yard line or 5-yard line or whatever. And it can recreate the whole entire scenario in their head and stuff like that. So, yeah, definitely. We remember it all the time.
Well, you've played some really good quarterbacks already this year. Obviously, Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson. And when you look at the Texans schedule, I mean, you've got a pretty hefty list of quarterbacks coming up. Aaron Rodgers, Phillip Rivers, Cam Newton, Baker Mayfield, even a rookie like Joe Burrow, some exciting quarterbacks. So who is the one that, you think is the toughest that you faced in your career, or one that maybe you haven't faced that you're really looking forward to facing? Is there anybody that really jumps out to you on this list of quarterbacks? I know every game is kind of the same. You got to go out and win it, but just from a personal standpoint.
Aaron Rodgers is always tough. I've gotten to him last time we played, but he's definitely tough because, I mean, he picks you apart through the air. It's just so annoying. And also, he's pretty quick. He's pretty quick as well, too, deceivingly. Another one is Cam Newton. He's a big guy, hard to bring down. Have not gotten him at all. So, and I'm looking forward to going against the rookie as well, too, just to see what he's got over in Cincy. He's coming along. He's coming along, and also Baker Mayfield as well, too. So it'll be interesting. Still looking forward to those matchups. Yeah,
some really good matchups coming up this year. All right. Well, you're very active with your foundation with Mercy. Tell me what you've got going on.
Yeah. So this month of October on the 26th, got a virtual cooking class going on. I was thrown down in the kitchen in the off season.
You were.
So it developed into a whole thing because I got called out because of my grilled cheese sandwich one time, and everybody said I couldn't cook. So then after that, I went to started cooking things that people can't even pronounce. So I was like, all right. So then that traction that led to another thing to where now it is this virtual cooking event with two special chefs, Chef Elliott of Cafe Annie, and then Chef Salas of Bull Dorn, pastry chef as well too. So there'll be an entree made that everybody will make, and also a dessert as well too. So all the tickets can be found on withmercy.org, and on it you can follow everything through with Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all social platforms.
Always for a good cause, helping families and kids with special needs get the medical equipment that they need. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. And 100% of the proceeds that With Mercy receives goes straight out to those kids.
Well, it's great to hear. I missed your grilled cheese sandwich cooking lesson, but I did see all the ones in the summer, and I thought you were a really good chef. I was really impressed. So I just want to put that out there.
I appreciate that. All right,
I'm rooting for you.
Go tell everybody that.
That's right, because my word obviously is super important around here. Best of luck with the cooking. Best of luck with the foundation. I'm rooting for you to score that first touchdown. I feel like you're really close, and I want to see more Rock Boy celebration.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate it.
Yards, a little bit less, just shorter.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. All right, good stuff. Whitney Mercilus on the Deep Slant 101 presented by Xfinity.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to know when we post new content.